All right, it is June the 15th, Monday, and we are back from the weekend, a wild ride again on Wall Street. Let's start off with the SPY. This was down overnight. I'm not exactly sure the exact number. Was it 800, 800? This is looking for a nasty day today. We had the island top up here, gap down, big red candle. This was a hammer candle. And then today it looked like we were going to just fade down hard. And we came back strong. The Dow Jones was up 157, S&P 2528, NASDAQ 137.22, small caps 24.40. The VIX was near 40 and it dropped. Now it's 34.40. Commodities, gold 1733, plus 175. Oil 3706. Right now, futures up 73, Dow Jones, S&P 7, NASDAQ 13, small caps plus 5, VIX is down 33.77. Okay, so this all happened overnight, and it was looking bad. Coronavirus cases are rising, a handful of states. And then it came out today that Fed was buying, I forget what was the exact reason. Was he buying bonds, or was he buying junk bonds or something like that? Basically, the Fed was buying something, treasuries, whatever he's doing. But so that really came and made the market rocket here. So intraday, look at the 5-minute on the SPY. We were down, see the gap down. Then we're like struggling here, 299. We're back and forth. Yeah, we really broke out 10 a.m., 299, and we went all the way up all day. A few little pullbacks, nice pullbacks, and then we have the 308 today. So it was a great day for the bulls. Now it looks like we have here, this definitely looks like a bull flag. You have the move up and then you draw your lines here. The bull flag down, eventually it breaks up, and that's where we're at right here. So we're getting above. We have a higher low forming right here. Excuse me, not higher low, lower high here, then we drop. So we could fill this gap here and test that line again. Maybe we'll drop again. We'll see here, though. We're getting very oversold on stochastics. We're at 31.48, but we haven't had a crossover yet. When you have red over white, the way my chart is, that is bearish. So we haven't had a cross yet. We had that back here on the drop. We had a few times here in May. But we'll see if this starts to turn now and come up. We'll see what happens here. I said it was a SPY today. NASDAQ is out of this wedge and trying to come back up too. We're on the 5-minute. There's today. It really came off here. It started to pull off late. So that was a nice move. Dow Jones had this big candle down and started to move. And then you have a little wave here, a little pullbacks, and it came right back up. And there's the island top, and it came down. You can almost put this now, this line, although these connect right here. It's caught in between. So this might come up and test here too. Draw a line here. Okay, that's the top of your line now. So we have a lower high right here. We'll see if this fills this gap. I think we're going to fill it. Unless we just drop off here. I don't think so. The way it's been going here, it finally found like support around the 25,000 mark. It bounced off cities wicks. So we'll see what happens. I think we'll go here, and then I don't know what happens here. If we go forward or maybe we come back again. So we'll see with that. All right, let's take a look at some stocks. Let me start with some ETFs. TNA, small cap bulls. I'm watching this forever. You have a widening wedge here, a broadening wedge. We're getting very oversold here. This is like ready to cross down and eventually come up. 1772. You have a nice gap here to 30, almost to the T, 28.89. And look at this here, right over 26.35. Now it's coming up here. I like this. Let's look at the 5-minute. This was a great long today, if you caught this. We had the gap down today. It was down 800 points, the stock market. Then we came back. And this one came, that was your first high pre-market. It was like 23.41. So there's a little bit of a channel here. Then this came above 23. And look at this. This was a nice trade here. You could have a 50-cent stop loss. I mean, it depends how you play it. Maybe you want to do a quarter. I do see these lines are very small. If you're going to do a quarter, you're going to blow through them. Like in one candle, see how this engulfs almost that two lines. So it's hard to do a quarter on these candles. You're going to have to lower size then, unless, you know, your account's huge. It doesn't matter to you. I like to do almost like 50-cent candles when the chart presents itself. Each chart is different each day. So, but this was a nice range. 23, nice little pullback. And then you see the lower volume here. See this? That was all in the pullbacks. And that was a great long. Here's a pullback here. Here's a pullback here. Another one here. And then right at the end. So all day this was a buy. And the reason too, you're like, yeah, how's it going to be a buy all day? Well, once you had this wash down here, unless it just keeps going, we had a support here at the hammer candle. You knew it wasn't after these two candles. We're not going to just crash down. And once the 800 point vanished, evaporated, and we started to come back. So that's how you know that's an even better long there. And that's why these pullbacks are even better buy. So TNA was extremely strong. I'm looking for 30 here. You know, get through this gap each day. We'll see if this is maybe tomorrow even. Who knows? And then we'll see if this comes up to. Let me see here. Well, we have 36. This is up to the 38.2 retracement level, 35, and maybe we'll see here if then it comes back down. We'll see how this plays out. All right, that was TNA, so that's looking good here for the Bulls Nail, Home Builders. This is another one, good volume, 3 million. 5-minute chart. This is another one right here over 22.96, almost 23. At these nice candles, and right here, once you have 1, 2, and then the next line, 23, or 23.50, or 22.50. Now, I'm playing these wider lines. This is a nice little hammer candle. And right here, see, this one wasn't that close to that line. It's closer to this line. So I would play that line. I wouldn't play either or here, right in the middle. And then this took off. And right here, too, at 23.50, look at that. Look at that stack. That is a nice stack sideways. It's another long. And then you had your little triangles here. So all day, it's just a killer move. So I'm looking for a nail to fill the gap here. It's already in it. So we'll see if this gets to 30, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe this will get to, let's see, there's 37 plus. We'll see what that nail. DFN. This had a nice candle after the pullback. This has a gap fill to 17. This was over 12.75. Then you had 13.25, and this kept riding up. So this is an excellent long too. So what else we have? DIN, another ETF. This one wasn't as great of a move here. This had the bottom here, then 2 wicks, and then it was sideways. Touch 47, found support. Got the 50, and this one a little faded a little bit. And from the hollow candle here. So this has room to run if like after 52, and then that is right at the 38.2 fib, and then you had the 50% retracement level right here at 60. So still potential in that. So there's some good ETFs. What else? We have UDAO. This is a nice candle here in UDAO. And this is trying to touch 38.2 fibs with the open gap ahead. Look at this, beautiful long. So it's on the SPXL. It says small caps. This is outside here, this line, but see how it held and came back. I like that. Gap here would fill almost to 50% retracement level. And this was another great long. Look at this. Great long all day. So that's looking good. TQQQ. Let's see what this does here. This felt very hard here. This still has ways to go down. We'll see if this holds on here. It looks like though after hours, after hours are upward. Nasdaq's at 13, so this is a nice long too. You got in here maybe 82, and this one's 89. It's a $7 gain. It's looking strong. What else we have? We have FAS, the financial ETF. Look at that candle. That's a nice long candle. Even had a candle like that, even here, really since back in March. That is a big candle, big green candle open. And this took off over 30.50, and look at that. See you later, and it was great long. SOXL, the semis. It says room to 50% retracement, so this could see 200 before not too long. Then you have, let's see, LABU. I think it's the bios. This is more staggered here. This had, it keeps getting lower here on the highs, the lower highs. So it's fighting here. And see this divergence? It's still going down here. So this could explode up on that divergence. Once the divergence is going down, and this is trying to go up, it might get an explosion up. We'll see here. Let's see what Nougat did. Gold. Gold has been in a stage where it keeps getting lower. See here? Lower and lower. Put in a nice move though. This is right over 58. JNUG. Same pattern pretty much. This is sort of faded right here at the open, and then you had red to green. Then you have one candle, this candle. Once you see this hammer, see this tail, hammer it out and go north. And then you have 81. Look at that took off. That's a $10 plus move. So the longs are looking good here. Let's look at the VIX. And there's the VIX here. That is a bearish candle. Look at that. Big open candle. You had a shooting star. Then again, we tested it about 44. And it came crashing down today. See this pattern? This is a weird looking pattern. This is like a double head and shoulders. You have head, head. It's like a double snake. Head, head, shoulder, shoulder, and then down. So this is looking like it's going to go back down. We're trying to cross over here. That is on the daily, the weekly. The weekly, that was very oversold at 13. So that's kind of odd that this could still pop up on the 4 hour. Oversold. This might not come down a little. This might come up again. We'll see though. Volatility is definitely here, so we're not back down below 25. UVXY just try to get above. What's here? 46 on the 5 minute. This is another one that had this like M pattern, up, down, like a double head and shoulders, and it faded down. So we'll see what that does. So that's it for the ETFs and volatility. There's a strong comeback for the bulls today. Let's take a look at some stocks, the leaders today. UONE, look at this pattern here. This is at 25 million. And this was really, didn't come from the open. It started to come up. Even the volume down here was like 70,000. It really started to pick up after 11 a.m. and this took off to $7 from almost 2. Then it faded down and found support right at 350, almost to the T. And it took off again up to 8, and then now we're back to 545. It's pretty lower highs right now. And we'll see if this comes back up. This is a really strange pattern. You don't see patterns like this for penny stocks. Usually they'll come out and fade or stay throughout the day, but this is really strange. And I don't know if this was a pump or not. Urban County, coronavirus reshaping. Profile, Urban One is multimedia company, United States Broadcasting Television. And what was the news today? Today's the 15th. Urban Council holding address for racial injustice. This is trade ideas. I don't feel like looking at the news right now, but possibly something to do with that. EDSA. This is bio. This is all. You can see right here, pre-market. This took off from 450 all the way up to 950, came back down. Probably shook out a lot of longs here. This is really tough to trade here. This was a lot of back and forth, and then 6, then it took off again, almost right here. You have a double top and then faded. That was a tough trade. And then the fade, it was good for if you're bearish in that or going short. And news on this was EDSA biotech skyrockets on regulatory approval, COVID-19 study. There you go again, COVID-19, the key word. And they're milking everything out of it, these stocks. HGSH, this is another fader. Look at this pre-market. This faded big time, all the way from 3. There's the gap and go. This is pretty much a junk stock. Here is UONE. This is the same as, I think, UONE. I'm not sure if they're, this is like a warrant or something. I don't know, but it is, let me see here. Sometimes they have, it's like Under Armour has 2 stocks, and they're, I'm not sure if it's like a warrant or if it's just a subsidiary, or, but they manage 2 stocks. See, this is 2 million and UONE had 25. I'm not sure, but it's the same pattern. MYT was right over 85 cents and it took off to 135. NOVN, this has a big gap above, and this has been in this channel down. Great volume today, 123 million. It's trying to break 75. So watch for the 75 $1 roll on that. NCTY has been going up. This is another one. Looks like the same pattern as NYT, doesn't it? Look at that pattern, NYT, the same pattern, and it came up late. MKGI, this is another one. A lot of late movers today. BGI. BBI was double top right here. Double top fade, NETE. This had a move pre-market, late pre-market, 9 o'clock. And this came up. And then this moved from 6 to 13. And look at this, and it faded. Big time fade down. And there it is, right? The gap and go and the fade. CLDX. This had the inside day here. See the volume's lower? Then came back today, but the volume wasn't that strong. And we had a move over 8, and it kept getting higher. Look at this. Draw your lines here. This is a great long 8, and finished up about 1040. After hours, 1040 right now. So that is a good move there. NH. This is up at, where are we here? About 375. This was a nice long, then came back down over 350, then moved as high as 5 almost. Okay, a lot of these stocks were like these stocks. OPSW. This is a weird stock, has 5 symbols. I don't trade 5 symbols. It's a penny stock, no good. BIOC. Watch for maybe dollar roll. JFIN. Watch this to come up again. As long as this stays above maybe 4. Leaf. There's move there on Leaf. Solo, the electric vehicles. 12 line here. Is this staying above? See right here, then you bounce down, but it didn't go below. It's staying above on that line. BCLI, that's a real strong move. ARCT. This is very oversold here, and this is coming back up. Found nice support at 30. This is good potential here. Lehman. Inside day. This is at 105. SLRX. This is into this gap here, and it's been grinding up. See this? Not huge moves, but it's still, it's the stochastic is uptrending. Watch for this to roll over 2. What else we have here? Snail. So let me take a look at, let me see what else we have here. All right, let's take a look at some oil plays. Oxy. And there's Oxy bouncing all over. We'll see if this trend line holds. It looks like after hours, yeah, it's definitely holding. 1943. So still has a gap to fill. This came up. Let's see if it didn't come back. This is a classic ascending triangle. When you see this and the line then breaks up and it doesn't stay up right away, it pulls back and it pulls back to that major support level, that trend line where it broke. We'll see if this goes back up now. That's very strong to see. You see from other pages, the stocks, where are they at? Let's look at some oil, Bohr. There's Bohr. That came all the way up to almost 275 back down. Trying to put in a higher low. MLND. It's fading here. I thought this would get back up. It's not doing nothing. HMHC. Right here. This is putting in higher lows, so this is a good sign. Let's see up here. No, came right back to that trend line and it's trying to break it back up now. MBLX. Another one, trend line. We'll see if this holds. It's a good sign. G4. It's trying to fight this trend line. That's not good there. What else here? Space. Space is below the trend line. That is not good. So going DK, these aren't all oil. Let me just see what's going on here. Yeah, see these bounce, but they didn't drop all the way, and they're coming back up, which is a good sign. Hall, financial. Just trying to put in the base here. See, the base is going to be higher. That's why you want a higher low, and it appears that's what it's doing. What else do we have here? Oxy, you had Apache. Apache went in back into the channel. We'll see if this breaks back up. Still great potential for these long. All right, that's about it. Oh, airlines. Let's check a few airlines. Line Airlines. Made the big move up. Came back down. Put in a nice candle today. That was a nice 5-minute route all the way up here. This is still good potential for long. Still trending down on stochastics. Getting ready for a crossover. So watch that. And you had Azul. Azul put in a red candle here. Trying to come back up too. And what else do we have? Cruises. And CLH. This found right at that trend line again. See this bounce? Went through it a little bit, but came back up, which is positive to see. All right, so that's it. So we had some good runners today, early pre-market, COVID-19 news, then the stock market bounced back, down 800, came all the way back. That is a good sign. I still like the ETFs, NAIL, TNA, SPXL, even DFEN. I think the market here, let me take a look at another chart. SPY is trying to get above that previous gap down on the high that was 2 days ago. So we'll see what it does here. It's looking more promising each day. It looks like this was a major correction. We had a pullback. We had this on May 14th and it took off. Because from March, we rode all the way up pretty much till May, and then May till, about 3-4 days ago. So that is a good sign. It's normal pullback, profit taking. Stock market needs to pull off. So overall, we're still looking good. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And we will be back tomorrow. That's it. Peace.